My friends, as we all know, 2020 has been a challenging year, not just for Europe, but for the entire world. Our political community began the year with the disappearance of Sir Roger Scruton, a friend of all of us, a giant of the European culture and conservative thought. Few weeks after that sad event, our hopes were dashed when we found ourselves facing the global pandemic. The COVID-19, which came to us from China, has drastically upset our way of life. Everything, from the way we engage with our family to the way in which we do business and politics, has had to change. We have gone from enjoying economic stability, or at least hopes of recovery, to uncertainty and instability. This year has thrown many challenges at us, and yet we have been able to overcome. We have embraced new technologies and ideas, adopted new ways of staying connected as communities, and continued to find ways to support each other. As always, we have risen to the problems in front of us and tackled them head-on. There are many great opportunities to be seized in the year ahead. It has been made clear in 2020 that the European Union was not fit for purpose. People across the continent struggled in the early months, which the EU did little. It disappeared into nothing more than an abstract concept. In its place, we saw that an alternative was possible, that individual member states could come together on a voluntary basis, in the spirit of Christian solidarity, supporting each other. Polish doctors came to Italy to support our hospitals. Czech protective gear was sent to Spain to make up for shortages. German hospitals opened their doors to patients from Belgium. These acts came not from the directive of the European Union, but from somewhere more important, the close relationships of the member states to each other. As we look to the rebuilding of Europe after this crisis, we should consider that it is time for the member states to be put back at the center of the European Union, that we have a chance to reshape the EU into a coalition of sovereign nation states who volunteer to work with each other, rather than becoming the subjects of a faraway federal government in Brussels. The political events that we have experienced in recent weeks clearly show that we are facing the most powerful and violent attack against governments of sovereign nations opposing the dictatorship of politically correct ideology. The treatment they have reserved for President Trump is the first step. The attempt to force the treaties against Poland and Hungary is the second. The will to humiliate the British people who have freely chosen Brexit is the third. And every one of us, my friends, could make a list of bad examples of what's going on in his own country. Our common values, our traditional idea of Europe, our civilizations are threatened, and we have to react with the language of truth, with the love we feel for our peoples and their freedom. We have a golden opportunity to reshape Europe back into the vision of people like de Gaulle and Robert Schuman, who didn't dream of building a superstate, but an alliance of nation-states working together. A continent of nations with different cultures and beliefs, but shared values in Christian roots, democracy, subsidiarity, and freedom of the individual, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, centrality of the natural family, social cohesion in a free market economy, and most of all, to believe in national sovereignty. We as conservatives and reformers are the defenders of these core values. We build on the work already done by those who came before us. It is our responsibility to ensure that this great political and cultural heritage is carried on in Europe. We must therefore ensure that 2021 is not only the year of the European recovery, but also the year of the European conservatives. That conservative principles are used as the answers to the challenges we face. From tax cuts to reducing wasteful public expenditure, from helping businesses growth to supporting people in need, from ensuring environmental sustainability without sacrificing the competitiveness of our businesses to defending our borders from illegal immigration. We can get Europe working again next year and for many years to come. I wish you all a very holly Christmas and look forward to meeting with you next year to further our political cooperation and friendship.